Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Miss P, and this is part 2 of living with Scleroderma. Well, after high school, I found out that it was Scleroderma and the autoimmune deficiency where the immune system attacks itself is more common in Caucasian women 27 and up. But I'm just so happened to be diagnosed with it as an African American female at the age of 17. I was supposed to die at that age because of how rapid it took over my body, but I didn't. Thank God for me being fat and all the meals my mama cooked, because it ate at my body fat instead of eating at me. So I was losing weight on the inside. Me, to make myself feel better, I call it my little inner liposuction, because I started looking good during my senior year, but unfortunately it wasn't in a good manner. So I started losing weight. My mobility started slowing down. I didn't know what to do. I just knew something was taking over my body and I had no control. It was very scary. I had to continue to go back to the hospital. In the beginning of my scleroderma, my biggest issue was my ulcers on my fingers. The ulcers on my fingers were like potholes, but that burned. It felt like needles were consistently put in them. It would go all the way to the raw meat. It would take about a month and a half for them to go away. My longest ulcer was about 3 months, and that was during the winter time. Winter time is like the worst time to have my ulcers on my fingers, because I'm steady trying to do stuff, having to do stuff, and I couldn't. Like, it hurt drastically. Like, it's describable but undescribable, because some days I wanted to take my fingers off, like literally chop them off, because they would hurt so bad. And I had one experience where it hurt for the whole night, and that's in a whole nother story, because that's about somebody else. But that's how bad it got. I could not sleep for a whole night, and I was scared. Like, this thing was taking over my body. My friends were doing their thing, but I was stuck in this hospital phase and not being able to go anywhere. I knew the TV shows, like, as far as the scheduling and when they would come on, when I would try to crawl to the bathroom. Yeah, me being paralyzed, I had to crawl to the bathroom with my family not being there. They made sure I was taken care of before they left. At the time, I did not have a healthcare provider, nor did I want one, so let's make the record clear. I did not want a healthcare provider. I just trusted my family. I knew they would do stuff for me. And so I would let them help me in the morning before they left to, of course, have to do their jobs, take kids to school, and then they would come back and assist me and once they got home. But it was a lot. So I would have to crawl to the bathroom. I would have all my food and stuff around me. I couldn't do nothing. Like, it was miserable. And so one hospital visit I could recall, my mom was with me. My mom went to a lot of my doctor's appointments because I was so scared to go by myself. My body decided to shut down. Like, it just was not responding to anything, and I flatlined in front of my mom, and that was like the most scariest thing. She's gonna get on my channel to talk about it, for herself, but having a bunch of doctors over me, and I was simply sitting there having a conversation with my mother, to going from that to flatlining in front of her of all things, my heart was a little destroyed, because it's like, she shouldn't have to see this. Mind you, my childhood was already bad, and now I'm taking her through a whole nother situation. It's just hits after hits in my mind. And it was scary, like, just having doctors standing over me trying to repump my heart, and I'm waking up. I was getting ready to fight. I'm not going to lie, because the lady was pressing my heart to get it started. I was getting ready to hit her because I didn't realize what was going on. I woke up swinging. I guess you could say I'm a fighter for real. But, yeah, it was just too much. Staying in the hospital for 2 weeks was my max, but it was my limit. I did not like being away from my home, my safety that long. Did I have some hospital mishaps? Yes, I've had to report a couple of doctors because they did not do what was needed and required, but it was multiple hospital visits. So that is part 2. There's 4 parts to this, just in case you're wondering, because I am going to interview my family with the whole, how did they feel, because they really had to help me. I started from scratch, walking, lifting me up, helping me bathe, helping me get clothed, opening things for me. It was a number of things that it was just uncomfortable, and I know they endured a lot. So my appreciation for them is limitless. I can't put a limit to that. I love them dearly. So that's that, and I'll be back with part 3. Bye.